Hello there once again, folks. Welcome back to Minerman 146's Bergen line, but we're not actually on the Bergen line today. This is a pretty cool little area that's part of the entire route that's available on the workshop. That's actually nowhere near the main line or anything like that. This is the Erie Railroad 149th Street station. It was an offline terminal, one of many. There were tons of these up and down all the rivers in New York, New Jersey back in the day. I think there's still quite a few to this day as well. This one, unfortunately, no longer exists. And this place is really cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map, show you where it's at. So that's it. You'll notice there's not much around it, right? Little tiny speck way out there in space. This is the main line. This is essentially the area we did in the video yesterday from Radburn to Hoboken. But anyway, this video is going to be focused on this offline terminal that the Erie Railroad owned and ran. It was along the Harlem River here, which we are currently sat on. So we are up in New York City. It's got several bridges. And, you know, even though it's kind of a little yard all on its own, the buildings, the map, everything, it's still all there. Still handcrafted, hand placed, which is nice, which is very nice. Anyway, this place was built in 1927. It operated until I think 1969. It was open a little bit after 69, but I think that was like the first time it turned, or last time it turned any cars, sorry. It was a fairly small lot. It was about 500 feet by about 400 square feet. It served multiple customers around here. Bay Transportation, Jerome Fuel Co., Morandi Coal, Natil, I think it was called. Or no, sorry, National. Natil? I don't know where I got that. National Car Loading. A company called Adolphe Gobel, Jerosa Crane, United Cigar, let's see, something called Brill. I'm not entirely sure what all those were. But anyway, it served quite a few customers, and more commodities would come in. I guess you could say larger commodities would come in more than they would go out. So anyway, this right here is a train barge that he has built. Now, there aren't a ton of these in Train Simulator, okay? And he crafted this thing somehow, which is, you know, pretty awesome. Trains on boats. Trains and boats. You know, that's cool. Anyway, these were not called train barges. They called them car floats. And the tugboats that served these, the Erie Lackawanna and Erie actually owned 3 of their own tugboats, I believe. And they were specially built. They had shorter wheelhouses and smokestacks because they had to fit under these, you know, lower bridges at the time and things like that. So they were specially built tugboats, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, you can't bring anything like that in Train Sim with, you know, what we have in the asset library. But anyway, that's what served these, and they were pretty cool. But they had their own tugboats as well, which is neat. Anyway, what we got set up here is we're playing this like the end of a shift. Basically, the railroad, Erie, would set up this car float with empties at night or the end of a shift. A tugboat would bring a loaded car float up with loaded rail cars with whatever, you know, was on board, like what we got here, essentially. And then it would take away a car float full of empties, which is what we have set up here. And of course, these cars that I have sitting here before us, this is part of the Minerman New York Division Bergen Line / Erie Lackawanna asset pack. And it's a really cool asset pack. A lot of nice looking box cars and stuff like that. Got a couple of other random things. Some rolling stock here from the virtual New Haven line. And the old GE 44 tonner as well, with the Erie Lackawanna livery. This was a skin done by a guy named Rudi Jaeger. and he did about 5 of these. It's like 5 in a pack, but I threw this one down because this is the one that I could find pictures of from this place in operation, and it's just cool as hell, man. If you like doing switching, you know, puzzles, yard work, stuff like that, this is it, man. It's just a really cool little place. Just like this this barge or car float. That is cool as hell. So anyway, yeah, they'd still, you know, have to even it out as best they could, but I've seen pictures of these car floats, you know, with these tugs taking them up and down the river like cockeyed, basically, like they're about to sink. But, you know, I guess they knew what they were doing. And of course over here, this is where they would set loaded cars to be unloaded. It's kind of like a transload facility, so you can see you got a truck waiting over here. You know, they'd line up across the street or drive in right through here. You can see the driveways for the trucks and the gate. And they'd come and the crane would unload stuff onto trucks, etc. You know, wherever it was going. You got the freight house over here with the boxcars. So you've got the bay doors they could open up and just shove stuff right on the boxcars or take them out. And then this bit over here, which runs around behind the building underneath the highway here, which is pretty cool in its own right, this little area right here. And, you know, again with this route, you can kind of do whatever era you want. This is, we're going to say, like mid to late 60s. Of course, yeah, this is custom right here. I'm wondering, are these like overhead line towers that he's got the road put on? That's kind of cool, though. I love that look. That looks really nice. But you can see you got all the trucks, like, waiting, ready to go, ready to load up at this transload facility. But there were a ton of these up and down the river. Got our little switcher sitting over here. They had several different switchers throughout the years. They had like these old oil electric box cabs. I think they were made by Alco. They had let's see, they had some 44 tonners, and I believe they even had some Alco RS1s, if I'm not mistaken. So we do have some Alco RS1s in Train Sim. I don't know if we have any for Erie or Erie Lackawanna skinned. We obviously, sadly, don't have an old oil electric, what was it, like a 60-ton box cab? Those things were cool as hell, though. This place just looks amazing. Anyway, inbound commodities would typically contain canned goods, you know, food, stuff like that, heavy construction equipment, feed, grain, furniture, steel pipes, rugs. I guess rugs was a hot item. Rugs, lumber, coal, things of that nature. That's kind of what I got sitting here right now. Outbound, like I said, would be kind of almost like waste material, maybe not as hot and heavy as the inbound stuff. Your outbound stuff would be like waste paper, rags, I guess, like dirty rags, machinery, conveyors, stuff like that. But anyway, in 1960, Erie merged with the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad, forming the Erie Lackawanna, and that's when basically Erie Lackawanna took this over, and it went from Erie to Erie Lackawanna. It had about, I think it had about half a dozen employees, and the guys that worked here, they were old heads from the Erie and Erie Lackawanna. Each one of them had almost a decade or two under their belt, so just about, just about no one could just come and work here if they wanted. I think that one of the guys that worked here that had the lowest number of years under his belt was about 9 years. So this was kind of like, I don't know, like I guess you could think of it a very chill place, you know, if you wanted to remain on the railroad, keep doing stuff. But again, it's, you know, it's impeccably modeled, everything that's laying around here. Love the fencing. Got some more trucks parked up in here ready to go. Got the gates open. Got a truck backed in there. And you can see the city all around you. So we're on the Harlem River. And one really neat thing about this is he has put the old Yankee Stadium in here, which I believe... Yeah, there it is. That's the old Yankee Stadium. I don't know how he built it, but that's pretty cool. That is really cool, man. It's the old scoreboard right here. That's awesome. That's cool, man. Little details like that. And of course you can see the twist bridges up and down the river here. Got some line back up here. I don't think this is drivable as you look on the map. It's just there for funsies, for looks. Got some old rundown industry stuff here on the river. This area just looks fun. Got some barges here. This is I'm not sure what this is. I'm guessing, you know, coal, some kind of aggregate, something like that, to get into the city, or maybe out, and they'd float it down. He's even got a dude sitting over here, though, obviously waiting on a tugboat. But there was all kinds of industries up and down these rivers, and these I guess you'd call it coastal areas like this, which was pretty cool. But anyway, this, you know, it's all part of the route. This is, you know, it's one and the same with the New York Division Bergen line. He just added this, you know, as I guess a challenge just to add more of the old Erie and Erie Lackawanna to the route itself. That is awesome, man. Love the way this thing looks. Definitely want to play around here a little bit. It's just a quaint little yard. I think they could serve and turn about 26 cars at a time. I don't know how many I got here. I probably got about 20. But they could handle quite a bit. Got a dude here on the switch. But this place is just awesome. Anyway, so we're gonna run this little 44 tonner over here real quick. We got a couple of cars, or this one car right here that's ready to go. It's an empty. So we're filling up the barge. It's gonna have to go over here to kind of even out some. These are all empties, but these coal guns are, you know, they're probably a little bit heavier. So I got just a couple of those, and then boxcars and a grainer back there. So let's watch this puppy go around here. Oh, might want to check our switch. Holy crap. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Let's see. It's going to be car float 2 after we get that car. There we go. But it's relatively simple to operate around here. It's kind of a loop, but it's, you know, if you need to get in front of or behind cars or what have you, you should be all right. It's easy to move around here for sure. But this is just awesome, man. This is one of those special things in Train Simulator that you don't see a whole lot of, and it just adds to the already, you know, mega badass New York Division Bergen line. And of course, I don't know if I mentioned they have the crane here that would transload stuff off some of the cars if it was necessary. And I think to this day, or at least in the early 2000s, that was still there. It may still be there today. I'm not entirely sure on that. It's kind of hard to get a lot of information about this place. There's a couple of, you know, fan groups or what have you, you know, with a bit of information. But other than that, it's kind of hard to find photos. Definitely no video. There we go. We'll act like we're watching up here on the bridge. Just a cool looking place, man. Just to fill out, you know, with different kinds of cars. Throw whatever the hell kind of car you want on here. And this is a setup free roam that I've created here, but as with a lot of stuff in the pre-final version of his route, he's got quick drive sets, so you can just hop right in with any locomotive you want and do some quick drive stuff. Man, that's a bigger car than it may not fit. It's just dawning on me. That's a big boy. All right, and we're gonna put it on. No, we're going to put it on car float 1. I don't know why I said 2. Numero uno. There we go. But man, what a sight it must have been watching stuff work around here. It's long gone now. Apparently it when they stopped turning cars around here, people just started coming and dumping their trash and all that instead of, you know, taking it across the river, multiple tolls, and having to pay to dump it. So it just turned into a, you know, a free dump, if you will, sadly. But it's just such a cool looking area. You can add whatever you want in here. I think one of the receivers of product did something with milk, so you could do like some of those old milk cars. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Let's see if we can actually get it on here. There we go. Brake! Oh my god! Brake, 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 brake. Alright, yeah, we're not too far. But anyway, it's decked out, man. It's got all the bumpers here, the buffers. It's got grass, piles of gravel, what have you. Ballast, complete with switches. Some old corrugated steel and bricks and crap just laying around. Got the lamppost. Oh man, I just thought about that. I bet this place would look pretty cool at night. And of course the old warehouse here, the old plate windows. Just a damn cool little area, man. And it's just one more thing you can do on the Bergen line, complete of course with all these bridges on the river. Which stuff like this, I honestly you know, when you look at it, just from afar, it, you know, you think, oh, that looks totally natural to train sim. It's, you know, it was some kind of asset out of one of the routes that's necessary. But I'm looking at this now and starting to think maybe that's not the case. So he made some turnstile bridges. That's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, those little Erie and EL tugboats that they had, they were short stacked. They had a shorter wheelhouse than your typical tug. So I don't think they needed to swing this open to get under here, because they were pretty cool little streamlined looking tugboats. And of course they had the E or the EL, and they were named. I can't think of the names currently, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they could get up under there without having to wait, as with all these bridges. But yeah, just a quick look again at Harlem 149th. Just an offline terminal. It's crazy to think about. Just way off in the middle of nowhere. Just a little area, you know, with tracks on it and a switcher or two and a bunch of cars. But it's pretty cool, man. It had 10 tracks, and I lied. I don't know why. I think I said 26 cars earlier. I don't know where I got that. I think it could hold like 50, because I've got 8, 12, 16. Yeah, I've got like maybe 24 here. 28. So it could definitely hold a lot more than that. But essentially, the way the tracks work, I believe, is you could put your outbound or empties over here if need be, and then the stuff that was full, you know, that need to be unloaded, could all go through here. And obviously, this would go right through, you know, the warehouse into the waiting trucks back here. So this is a really cool place. Huh, look at that. It's neat. So that's some other, you know, mixed assets again. Stuff going on in that building. That's neat. See, again, I was thinking this building was just a regular old building in train sim. It is not. Wow. Every time. And these... Oh, wait. Hold on. Are these like Connexes turned on their sides? What the heck? Like little Connex offices, you know, like a construction site or something. I don't know what those are. That's cool though, man. Of course he's got trash all over the ground. You know, it'd be a dirty place. It's in the middle of the city. Probably wouldn't be the cleanest place. But it's a damn cool little place. Go and check it out if you install the route. You can just run just about anything out here, you know, car-wise. But if you want to look up on what to run, if you Google 149th Street Station, there is a forum that's got like the most information that I found on the place. That's where I got the info that I got, what little I got. But it's a cool little place. Go and check it out, guys. But that's it. On to the next. I'm not sure what that'll be yet, but I hope you enjoyed this little video. That's it for now. Take care, guys. Bye.